Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us for our first ever live 1 Mile Closer broadcast. So today we've got all the committee here. Well, no, we haven't. We've got Harriet. Oh, are we unmute? That was a good start, wasn't it? Unmuted. Let's say hello, everyone.
Hi, hello.
And Andy.
Good evening, everyone. Hello.
And John. Is he there? Okay. John Winch is with us as well. So we'll start off just with a few photos, I think. So these are the photos back from our Yorkshire tour. We're just going to wait a few minutes just for a few more people to sign up and join in. If you know anyone's waiting, please do help them along. You can look on your phone or you can look on your laptop, and just we don't need to be looking at that picture all too long. But so this was our Yorkshire tour back in 2019. Is that right? 2019.
2019.
There we go. All of us in our kit there. There we go. Where's the rest of those photos? Oh, those ones are there. That's that lot. So give me 1 second. I'll just get a few more photos. But who's this right in the centre, Andy? Looks like you're about to demonstrate your bicycle there.
I think I was very, very cold.
Yes, we were waiting quite a while for those photos to happen, weren't we?
We were indeed. I can see that we've got some people watching. I can see that my mum and dad are watching and my brother's watching, which is good.
Excellent. Well, hello, Terry. Hello, Julie. Hello, Stuart. I believe my parents are watching as well. So rather than sticking around with those photos for too long, why don't we move on? And Harriet and John are going to talk us through what has been happening at Nalango School. So if I click on this one here, Harriet, are you able to start off?
Yeah, absolutely. So just to sort of give an update on what's been happening with Nalango over the last 12 months, there's been lots going on, and we very much continue to support the school with help from Claire and the whole team at HVSMF. The James Atkinson Science Block has been completed, which means they now have 4 state-of-the-art classrooms and labs, as well as a prep room, which obviously has a huge impact on the life of the school. And in addition to that, we've also funded science equipment for the whole school to use, as well as paying for the equipment and materials that they need in order to take their final science exams. So we feel that it's really important not just to provide the infrastructure in terms of the buildings and the labs, but also to make the most of that those facilities by providing items that really allows the school and the pupils to benefit from those classrooms. In addition to the science block, we've also supported the school with the COVID recovery. So when life began to open up and the schools were looking to open, the government said that all schools had to provide certain things and have them in place before they could open again. So we supported the school by making sure that they had everything in place to open up again after lockdown. We then supported another building project with a new boys' dormitory and safe bunk beds, which enables them to have much more space for boys' boarding, which is obviously a great thing and really helps to continue education for the pupils. And then finally, we supported the school with 12 new laptop computers and a new desktop. They had a burglary at the school and the laptops were stolen, unfortunately. And we wanted to make sure that they had access before the final IT exams in the summer to the new laptops. So we were able to do that, as well as provide a new solar charging system. So there's been lots going on over the last year. We're really, really grateful to everybody who's taken part in fundraising over the last few years to enable us to be in a position to support Nalango in this way. And huge thanks to Claire and the team at HVSMF for sort of doing the boots on the ground bit and getting those incredible projects up and running and delivering on time and on budget. No mean feat. And then in terms of future commitment, we remain very committed to supporting the school, definitely over the next 3 years and hopefully well into the future. We're looking now at supporting with the annual revenue costs as much as we are with infrastructure, just to make sure that everything that's been provided over the last 10 years can really be used to the best of its potential. And we think it's a really important way to ensure the school and the pupils flourish by making sure that they have the funds to make the most of those facilities. HVSMF have got a fantastic new website, so please do check that out. And there's loads of photos there of exactly what's been going on, of the latest building projects, and lots of other things. So do check that out. Tim's got the link up there right now. John, is there anything else you want to add?
Really just echo your thoughts in terms of giving thanks. So anyone who's already supported the projects that we've worked on before, obviously really we've reached, I'd say, a culmination in terms of, as you say, the infrastructure. We've probably built pretty much our last building at the school, and now we're focusing on making sure that the education the children can receive is the most effective it can be, which includes supporting, for example, the dormitories, but also through better infrastructure. So for science, for solar, which allows the students to study, not have to incur costly electricity bills for the school, and also have continuity where the power supplies aren't great. So really that focus, we should see good results coming through. Having now finished the A-level block, we'll have a chance to see the real outcome of those projects over the next few years. And I think we'll continue to support the projects there in Nalango for the foreseeable future. I know last time when we were fundraising, we were focusing on a slightly different layout of A-level block, a slightly bigger building and 2 stories. Where we found that was prohibitive, it did mean that we could still supply an excellent facility, but also then follow up with the additional projects that we've discussed. So whilst that changed slightly in the way it was delivered, I think it's allowed us to look to the future. So yes, thank you very much, everyone who's supported so far, and hopefully we can get more new riders and new blood into the future rides as well, to continue supporting Nalango.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, so we're back to
yeah, thank you very much for that, John and Harriet. Give me 1 second. I'm going to reshape the screen a little bit. So as hopefully you have read, we are doing an event throughout the whole of May, which we've branded One Step Higher. So the basic idea is just to get everyone, to encourage everyone to get onto their bikes and head out into the countryside and to start enjoying life again after having such long lockdowns. So as it says here, blow away the cobwebs, get on the bike and join One Step Higher challenge this May. So we've got 2 different types of challenge. We've got the distance challenge, and we also have the elevation goal, or the elevation challenge. So because it's not particularly possible at the moment to be doing big groups, then we've got this Strava idea in mind. So if you just record the miles which you do, then we'll add them all up at the end of the month, and we can just kind of ride out together and just feel the spirit of people kind of supporting each other. That's the idea behind it. So for the distance goals, we've got 200 kilometers, 500 kilometers, and 1,000 kilometers. There was a little bit of a typo on that second one, but it is 500 kilometers. And so the distances are the equivalents of London to Bath, London to Durham, and London to Inverness. Okay, and then separate to that, or in addition to that, you have the option of doing an elevation goal. So the 3 mountains we've chosen are Ben Nevis, Mont Blanc, and Mount Everest. So the heights are given there. The height of each mountain is given there, and the idea is throughout the whole of May. So it's not a day challenge. You can do it for the whole of May. You've got to try and get say 1345 meters elevation for the Ben Nevis challenge. For the Mont Blanc challenge, it's 4,809, and for the last one, it's 8,849 meters. So on the Facebook page, we've got all the information you need to click the link. We want you to join in with our Strava group. So we've created a specific Strava club which you can join, and then we can add up the miles more easily. So if I go back onto there, bear me 1 second. Let's see what we've got next. So Andy, have you got anything to chip in there? Are you there?
Yeah, I think one thing that we were both discussing earlier is about how we were both going to achieve our goal of getting out on the bike. So I just wanted to run a few things that I'm thinking about doing, but also discuss them with you as well. So those of us that are back working in the office could think about getting on the bike for a commute. It's a great way of, 1, getting the miles in, but 2, also has that environmental impact. So you're not using your car, and as long as you've got a shower at work, so that your colleagues aren't likely to be a bit down if you haven't had a shower, then yeah, that's one way that it can really work well. Obviously, we've got a couple of bank holidays, so utilising the time, planning a little ride with your friends. I'm sure that if anybody's in Sussex and local to myself, then I'd be keen to join up with someone and try and get some miles in. I think as well, with the light evenings, planning a route which is local and maybe doing some loops. I noticed that John went out today, and if you look at his Strava, he's obviously done a little loop today. So if you do that, it's a great way, again, of ticking off some elevation and getting some miles in without having to go too far afield. And then just making sure your bike's accessible. For example, Tim is storing his bike at my house at the moment, which probably isn't the best way of allowing yourself the greatest opportunity to get out on it. So I would say if your bike's not close and in your garage or in your bedroom as it is here, then you need to get it closer so that it's there and it's in the forefront of your mind. Anything else that you want to add, Tim?
No, that's pretty good, Andy. I'll tell you what, though, I will just go back to explain a little bit more about the links. So that is absolutely right. Just being able to kind of remove all the barriers to getting out cycling is key. So just making sure that it's always accessible. I personally like to get my socks ready the day before. Get your socks, get your Lycra, get it all laid out, and then you can get out the door kind of quickly and early. Going back to the last point, I just realized that we had a little bit of an issue earlier when people were trying to join up to some of the clubs. So if you bear with me 1 second, I will show you how to I'll show you where all the links are. So where is it? There we go. So this here is the email. This is the email which we actually sent out to everyone. And all the links in this email are actually working. I realized that on the MailChimp website that some of the links weren't working. So this here is the link for the Strava Club. We do want you to sign up to the Strava Club. Please do click on the sign up form and fill that out so we have the information. And like I say, all the useful links are here. We've got the documentary coming up in about 15 minutes time, and we've got a link to what you're watching right now. So this Facebook page is very, very useful. So I think we're actually all there for the Q&A. So if I bring back the others on, we've got a little message from James Hooper, who wasn't able to join us today. So if I go back here and add him to the stream.
Hi everyone. Sorry for not managing to stay up until 5 a.m. to do this with you guys. Super excited about the May virtual 1 Mile Closer event coming up. My bike is ready for my first May ride tomorrow morning. And I hope that everyone enjoys the 1 Mile Closer documentary and the story it tells as much as we and me and the other documentary team members enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun, and it was a really lovely process to go back through those memories and think about how we could hopefully best inspire people to get on the bike and take on an adventure. So enjoy.
Well, yeah, like I say, James apologized for not being here, but it's nice that he was able to kind of show his face. So coming up in 13 minutes time is the documentary. I guess it's probably worthwhile to show you exactly how to get there. You've obviously got here so far. We've got a few people actually kind of watching it here, which is fantastic. These links are available forever, so you'll be able to see us talking through this going forward. But if I just get this up here, so I will now go onto the YouTube just to show you where it is. It should be hopefully easy to find. Do any of you guys have any questions or comments to make? No, stony silence. Okay, awesome.
I think I just
if anyone wants,
if I just follow up.
John?
Sorry, Tim. I just thought I'd say, in addition to joining in on the challenge, really it would be great if everyone who is involved maybe shares and invites their friends to it as well. So I've included sort of 10 or 15 of my friends who haven't ever taken part in 1 Mile Closer, and this is a good way to get everyone involved. And then maybe spread the word. People will understand a bit more about what we've been doing. Possibly look to donate some money, but there's no fee for joining. And then also maybe get involved in the future rides. So this is a good way to share the story and hopefully get people involved.
Excellent. Cheers, John. So the final thing to say is this here is the 1 Mile Closer YouTube page. It's really easy to find. All you do is youtube.com/1 Mile Closer. Oh, CLO. Help if I can spell it. 1 Mile Closer. It brings you up to this page. If you click on videos here, we then have 1 Mile Closer. This one here is the full documentary, which starts in 11 minutes time. So, and also feel free to go ahead and subscribe. If I've got to be very careful, I want to mute this. I don't want to kind of interrupt. Oh, actually, I can mute it on here. No, if we go on, if I close that, what's happening here? There we go. Do we have any comments here? It doesn't look like anyone's sent us comments through YouTube today. But if you do have any questions to ask, then please do get in touch. You can send your comments through YouTube. You can send it through the comments on YouTube, or just email us. And please do take an extra moment to go back through the Facebook page on, the 1 Mile Closer Facebook page. We've got all the links in there. So if you've got lots of questions, then you should be able to find the answers there. Besides that, I think I'm going to stop talking. We've got 10 minutes before the documentary starts, so you can head off and sort yourself out a cup of tea or a cup of something else, and start watching. I have just realized there is one more thing. It wasn't just about showing it on YouTube. It was people were asking me how to connect it to your TV. So if you're watching this if you're watching this on your phone, I will send you, I'll show you the link. There's a lovely link here. Okay, so we can actually leave this up, I think. Oh, we have got a comment. Let's see what the comment is. Nikki Parsons has joined us. Thanks, Nikki Parsons. So, so here you go. So the important thing here is this symbol in the middle. Can I zoom in? There you go. So if you are watching this on your phone, if you click that, you should be able to cast your video to your TV, and then you'll be able to watch the documentary on the big screen. So the last thing which remains will be for me to say a very, very big thank you for coming and watching this today. And please do enjoy the documentary. So thank you, John. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Harriet. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.